Welcome everybody to game number 5 of this rather epic series, and I am very curious to see what's going to be happening. We have good luck being wished by WhiteRa, and we have good luck, have fun being wished by aTn.ClouD. So we have a nice little bit of introduction to the players with them being nice to each other. We have on the bottom left Cloud and the top right WhiteRa. And this has been a very interesting series that I've enjoyed thoroughly so far. And the fact that it's now come to a game number 5 is just epic and amazing, and it just fits everything so well in the manner of these games, just being long and nice. We've only had one game involving cheese. Every other games have been nice, macro-oriented, and just solid all around. Now, Cloud is he had a nice little lead and start, winning that first game, then cheesing, and then taking the best of 3, and now we're actually down to a best of 1, so we're tied up 2-2. But Cloud has shown some very solid play that I've definitely enjoyed seeing, because I haven't seen him play that much overall, so it's always good to watch players that you're not perfectly familiar with just play some more. Right off the bat, he might be command centering first. I see no inkling of him going for a next barracks in terms of actually trying to get out his gameplay. So he could really be going for command center first, unless he's going to try and like do the proxy like 2 racks or something. But WhiteRa, if you look at him, he's thrown down his gateway, and we're going to see that both of these guys move forward. Cloud's now up to 300 minerals, and WhiteRa once again being really annoying and throwing down that pylon, even against a Terran who just throw down the command center right here. It doesn't really delay it, but there we go. We can see that's being thrown down, and WhiteRa cancels this. He confirms the command center, which I guess is all that he wants to do. But I guess we've already shown that Cloud could really cheese, so we could be seeing a cancellation of this and a bunch of racks thrown down and then SC Marina all-in happen. I mean, theoretically, but I highly doubt that, because this map, Daybreak, is huge. It is so deceptively large. It's an incredibly significant thing to take note of. We see WhiteRa's throwing down another pylon. He's got a 400 minerals, and there it is. We see him throwing down the Nexus. So we have a very delayed cybernetics core coming out of WhiteRa. You get really choosing to get down that very quick Nexus. We see it's still very far behind that command center. If it's command center first, you can't really be ahead of that. Let's go for Nexus first yourself. But you can see the scouting probe also getting taken out. Uncharacteristic of WhiteRa to really lose that that easily, but I guess it was damaged by those initial SCVs at the bottom of the ramp. And now we can really take a look at the fact that WhiteRa can definitely work forward to a normal gameplay. He got the assimilator before the cybernetics core. We could be seeing something sneaky out of him. Theoretically, some kind of Dark Templar build might be a good thing to do. Delay the economy by Cloud. Work on getting Archons. Go for a nice follow-up push. Allow for charge. Allow for blink. And have a lead in tech while you eliminate Cloud's lead in economy. I think that's a definitely strong way to go if that's what he decides to do. As of right now, you can see WhiteRa has a single zealot somewhere on the field. Maybe it's going cross map or something. I don't see it. Yeah, there it's cross map. There we go. Gonna go ahead and attack the front and then move forward. Zealot's going to push in. No kills quite yet, but it just scouts and looks for some things. Now we're going to see it taking down one Marine. This Marine's got a little bit damaged. Will we see any others? Looks like one Marine just finished. There we see them taking down, and looks like one SCV I think got killed. Yeah, one SCV was killed. So Cloud is now behind and actually no, is even with WhiteRa in that respect, but we're going to see now we're going to have all those extra barracks made. Still no gases though, and we have another racks going down. Still no gas. This is a really interesting build order from Cloud to start with. He's going to have a huge influx of Marines. He has double orbital commands. This is very unconventional style that he's doing. I've never really seen this kind of command center first into mass Marines. This is a really interesting build that I don't know quite how it's actually going to work out. WhiteRa only has these 2 gates. He's working on attacking normally like a toss does, but he's getting a 3rd base even faster than the Antigua Shipyard game. On Antigua Shipyard, he had an 8-minute one. This is a 6-minute one. Very unconventional. But let's take a look at Cloud and how this huge racks 2-base play is going to really fare. He's continuing to build SCVs. You can see that he's behind the SCV count. Behind the food count, WhiteRa is getting a strong army. He's got one stalker only on the field, but he's got the capacity to get a lot more once he gets that warp gate out. Right now, it's just the 2 gates. He's getting this 3rd base up. We've already seen him defend an SCV Marine all-in quite easily with just a few stalkers. As well, first I'll just take note of the fact that Cloud's taken away the fake Terran by killing off the supply depot. Still, the fake Terran does have one more building on the field. But back to the point of the SCV Marine all-in. WhiteRa killed a 1-base SCV Marine all-in with a 1-gate expand with a total of 2 bases. He might have a big push right here off of 2 bases while he's going for a fast 3rd base, once again heavily emphasizing the Marines. See him pushing forward. It's going to go ahead and hit a few of those units. He's going to attack. Never mind, he's not going to attack. We'll just simply retreat, try and keep that alive. He knows there's a large Marine push happening. And he's got, let's see, warp gates now done. 2 more gates going down. A forge going down as well. Once again, really delayed Robotech from WhiteRa. Interesting play once again. We see the Stalkers pushing forward. Ooh, that guy's taking a lot of damage. We do have one sentry. One Stalker does fall. So the guy takes a few hits. We're going to have the force field. There we have a nice force field. But oh, never mind. It's not a nice force field at all. Forcing another one to go down. Now we're going to see Cloud's going to have to get hit really, oh god, he's going to hit hard. Those separated Marines are not doing so well. We can see one Stalker will not go down, just gets very deep into the red, and now Cloud's push has been pushed back. But still, take a look at the fact that how strong the economy is now from Cloud. He's gotten all of his refineries in the midst of that push, and he's still got an income that's very, very strong with the extra Oral Command energy that he's able to use for mules. We see WhiteRa, on the other hand, very fast. 3rd is ahead in the gas, ahead in the minerals, behind in the gas income for both players. Cloud has not seen an inkling of this expansion. He just thinks that WhiteRa's been trying to get up his economy this time at his natural expansion. But that could be the downfall of Cloud, to not see how early this expansion was. This expansion got put down 3 minutes ago, and it's been mining since, and that's a pretty big deal that Cloud may not be able to deal with. You can see already the fact that WhiteRa is just ahead in the food count in all respects. He's ahead in the word count by a lot, 59 to 45? Yeah, 45. With all these gateways, 6 gates, now the Robo as well. He's got these Stalkers. He has presence on the map. You can see this one hurt Marine is guarding that watchtower. But we actually see this SCV pushing forward, sees the proxy pylon, and now we're going to see Cloud scouting down this base. I wonder if he's actually going to click on the mineral patch or not. He does. Will he? He does not click on the mineral patch, actually. So he doesn't see how long it's actually been up. If he saw that, he'd probably be a little bit worried, considering that's already been almost 1,000 that's gone down from the probably total from those mineral patches. Is a pretty big deal. So we're going to have the Starport Tech now out, Reactor on it as well, so you can get those medevacs, so you can get those Vikings whenever he really wants. WhiteRa has got a 2nd Forge on the way, just completed an armor upgrade, and we actually do see him getting down his War Prism. Can definitely do some strong harassment. He overcommitted with that harassment on Shakur's Plateau, though, so I'm definitely wanting him to be a little less scrappy and a little more wary in his harassment when he goes ahead against Cloud. Of course, he'd always just be putting High Templar into those. We do see now there are 78 probes to 54 SCVs from Cloud. It's a little bit of a rough economic position from Cloud, because now they tried to get the Commencer first out there. He succeeded, but he doesn't have any more expos following it up right now, except for the fact that he does actually have an expo following it up with this Orbital Command going down, but it's not a fast thing. I mean, it's 6 minutes after this one from WhiteRa. See, WhiteRa has now mined a good solid bit from these assimilators and everything, and that's a healthy bit of an income advantage from him. You see the next set of upgrades are going down. 81 probes now in the field. WhiteRa's ahead in that. He's getting Psystorm. Is there a Robo Bay? Yeah, there is the Robo Bay. So he can get Colossi. He can get the High Templar with Psystorm, and then do a nice bit of damage against Cloud, who has his 1-1, and there is that War Prism harassment starting down here in the bottom right, doing some nice bits of damage. We can see repairing happening on the Reactor, as there we go. Now see him pushing forward. If he gets down the Reactor, he's not going to seem to want to invest in that. We see the War Prism taking a fair bit of damage. It's now down 32. Those Zealots are being very, very aggressive. Although the upgrade advantage is still there for Cloud, we're in a similar situation actually to Shakur's Plateau. WhiteRa, though, is being a lot more wary. It looks like he is doing that. We see 4 more Zealots going to be able to push in and go down there. We do have a pylon from WhiteRa down there. It's going to get scouted by Cloud's few units down there. Those get killed, not cancelled, whereas can easily go ahead and move into some more harassment. He's getting Gravitic Drive, yeah, and yes, I got the name right. Gravitic Drive for the War Prism. I'm going to push in, and he's going to look at these medevacs. They're going to go stare at the cells being pushed in down there. Army's now coming in for Cloud. We do see that WhiteRa is about to get his 2-1 though, which is going to be very, very significant. Cloud though still has the upgrade advantage for now. We see a lot more cells going to be warping in, not going to do too much damage. We see the War Prism get taken out. That actually might be better for WhiteRa that happened, as WhiteRa seems to really be doing not any damage at all and just losing Zealots. He's not expanding behind this. He's getting attack, but his next set of upgrades really need to come out. He's getting Gravitic Drive, but he's not getting any more War Prisms unless he has another one on the field already, which he does not. He could definitely cancel that and go for the Extended Thermal Lance, which would be a lot more useful for those Colossi. And there's a 4th base going down from WhiteRa. Nice expansion play from him down there. We see Zealots pushing forward, but WhiteRa pretty much knows about this expansion. You can see he actually hasn't seen it yet, but that watchtower positioning of this, or sensor tower positioning, really shows that that 3rd is up there. And we do have these upgrades going down. We're going to have the 2 attack and the 3 armor, which is going to be very powerful once that comes out. We can see that Cloud, though, does have his 2-2, though, and Cloud is aware of those engineering base. We can see them getting the 3-3. I just want to show them to you. There we go. 3-3 is going down. So Cloud has got amazing upgrade capabilities, which is really nullifying the effectiveness of these charge lots. Not as much as they could theoretically be doing, but still, we see that a few units are getting taken down here with the stim running out there. Now they're even more vulnerable because of that next stim, doing a nice bit of damage down there. But you see Cloud pushing forward down the map, going to go for the 4th of WhiteRa, and WhiteRa could still cancel this. He sees his full army. No way he's saving his base. He should definitely get to canceling that. He does select it, and he cancels it at the last possible moment, allowing his Zealots to get a nice position down there. We do have 2 Colossi on the field, but the upgrades, next to the upgrades, are not there, while the 2-2 is there and giving a lead to Cloud. He could snipe the Nexus, and that would be very bad for WhiteRa. Goodbye to that photon cannon, basically against one shot, and oh my god, the damage output from these units here, even a few ghosts in the mix, and we can watch as probes are getting killed, and no, oh, 1 storm gets thrown down, and that is the only thing that could have actually saved WhiteRa, because look at all those units. If they had gotten hit by that storm, now we're seeing a nice splash damage, good surrounded. Zealots are going in, Snipe is going down actually too, but those Colossi are wrecking the face of that army from Cloud. However, 2 bases got taken out. You can see WhiteRa re-expanding to his 3rd. The 4th is probably needing expansion too, but now we can see the eco advantage so far in favor of Cloud. He's going to go ahead and expand behind this. He's looking so solid right now, but look at the production, look at the density of these facilities over here from WhiteRa. He's once again at that 12 gateway. He's got a single robo, so double robos now on the field. DT tech is out as well with that sensor tower. It's not going to be quite as effective. Here we have this Dark Templar, lone Dark Templar, going to push forward. Got to be careful of this. There we go. 1-shots that Marine. You can see 55 damage. That should not have 1-shot. That Marine must have stimmed or something, because their armor upgrade should have made it not die to 1-shot. Still, Nexus now going out for WhiteRa. It's actually triple expanding. I've seen a lot of people double expand. Few people ever triple expand. As these units are pushing forward, Cloud's got a nice lead in the food count and everything. He's got a lot of Vikings on the field. We see the 74 probes, so 67 SCVs. We have 4 DTs on the field. We see 1 at Watchtower over there. We've got not quite sure where the other ones actually are. We see that, there they are going to be moving into this War Prism. We see them dropping. They got to be careful with what they target. They target down the reactor. That's going to actually notify Cloud about the DT presence. We can see him doing some damage. There is the scan. This one DT is continuing pushing forward. It's target firing these reactors. It does not want that production coming out from Cloud. Cloud already has a significant count of Vikings, though. Now we're going to see that the DT looks like it got killed. Oh. It's unfortunate for that DT. Yeah, detection on the Musters probably really did him in. Look at the count of these Vikings. So many Vikings. Actually have a nice count of medevacs too, but that's a lot of non-ground units. If oh my god, WhiteRa's got 5 Colossi. We can switch into an all-ground army without Colossi. It can be a very powerful switch. Now we see him pushing in. We see one force going down. We do have the Templar, a nice storm on all those units. Cloud doesn't pull back quite in time, but more storms are going to be falling on these units, hitting almost all of those. Look at the health on those Vikings going down so much. We have more storms pushing forward, but Cloud's got a nice army strength advantage with that 191, 146 food. WhiteRa is down in that respect, but he's got these bases up and running, almost all of them. His income is so far favoring the minerals, it's ridiculous, but that means zealots galore. Cloud does have his 3-3, hugely significant, especially because look at WhiteRa, he is at 2-3, no shield upgrades, he's not getting any more Colossi, he's not getting any more Templar, really it seems he's not getting shield upgrades, he's just trying to keep his economy up and stay alive in that respect. We see him getting that down, those gases, and this gas as well. His economy is coming back in this, but he is definitely in a little bit of a rough spot. We can see that Cloud's got here, oh, he's got this base down here, this DT, I can't, there we go, DT's got 2 kills, taking down the refinery faster than he can build. It's going to go ahead and kill off that SCV, and now it's going to go ahead and push in, and looks like WhiteRa's selecting it, really target something. He actually, the EMP misses, the EMPs are missing. WhiteRa's dancing around trying to make it hard to actually target down, but there's a scan, but he wastes 2 MPs. Look at the ghost energy, non-existent. It's a really annoying thing that WhiteRa just did to the Terran, and moving on the DT to make sure that it does not die to the EMPs, because they'll just end up missing. Nice use of that DT. So now we have this Nexus, not mining anything yet. We have engagement happening down here. A lot of Colossi are still alive. They're not going down. The Viking presence is very strong, but those Colossi are being very resilient with those armor upgrades. The Vikings here, you can see that they do 15, so it's actually down to 12 per shot with the armor from the Colossi. Actually, down to 11 per shot. Now we see units separating, though. Cloud's getting hit separately. I wish I could take away the user interface, but I can't because this map doesn't allow it. These guys are pushing forward. A lot of storms, a lot of Colossi swipes moving in. So much damage being done by the storms. So much splash damage. It doesn't even matter. The Colossi are gone. Stalkers will be able to clean this up. You can see Archons, feedbacks, nice feedbacks. The Stalkers do not have blink, though. They can't just blink forward and chase these units down. But WhiteRa is now mining from this base over here, looking to be so solid as this thing is continuing to push forward and deal so much damage. Cloud's now going to go ahead and get another command center, continue his expansions. WhiteRa is now taking the lead after being in a little bit of a rough spot, being down 50 food and down a couple bases. He's really coming back in this, and now that he's dealt with the Viking count, he's getting more Colossi. Very nice move down there. We see these units pushing forward, going to go ahead and try and get that base. WhiteRa's continuing to take down the destructive debris. Moving forward across the map well. Cloud's trying to max with those Vikings and normal armies, trying to produce what he can. But WhiteRa is continuing to get more and more units. Got this double robo, happily getting out those Colossi. We see his army pushing in. There's a PF there. WhiteRa's got to be careful about this engagement. There's the repair. There's no answer that his PF may not go down. It does the 3 attack for WhiteRa, really helping. It's actually going to get, looks like it may get taken out. It's so close there, it does fall. And now all of those SCVs are vulnerable. They bought time. Army is now coming down here. WhiteRa, still with no blink on those Stalkers, can't really retreat. And now his command center may be forced to just be landing over here and turn to PF, not letting Cloud get that extra base up. But we do see more Archons are being warped in over here. They gotta be careful, though, because of the fact that that Cloud could easily just get more ghosts and just EMP those Archons to death. We do see that Astaria has actually been thrown down by WhiteRa. So you can get out Mothership maybe, or could you see Carriers? I'm going to personally hope for Carriers because they're just a really fun unit, and I miss them from Brood War. So we're going to see that everybody's going to continue making more and more units. WhiteRa is getting his next set of Colossus. He's getting his next set of the shield upgrade. Is he getting? He's not getting any attack upgrade. Actually, oh, we are already. It does not. Never mind. For a second, I thought that it was grayed out, and he might have actually been able to get out the +2 attack upgrade soon, but he doesn't have a fleet beacon Stargate. It's not even done yet. So I'm foolish, but now you have 4 Zealots. Going to go ahead and just being aggressive, going directly by that army observer, making sure that WhiteRa does not get hit. But oh, Marines are already there, and WhiteRa's going to lose the War Prism so quickly. 1 Marine will fall, but that is not a worthy trade for 4 Zealots and a War Prism. We see it was one DT just doing so much damage to the army. There's a scan, and the observer is going to end up falling to that scan as well. But still, you see Cloud was forced to make this a PF and move it down there. The DT cannot attack into a PF with the missile turret detection. We're going to see it pushing forward to the left as it will attack. There's no more sensor tower, and now we're going to see that this DT, they're happily getting a lot of kills. Marines are pushing forward. The missile turret does see that. We can see another command center going to be thrown down as well. There's a lot of action going on in this game all around. You see DT continue to move forward. Nice job of keeping an eye on the expansion. You can see that DT does not manage to do that much damage. This Marine will manage to stay alive, almost getting hit. But now we're going to see another War Prism with these Zealots. It's going to get spotted by that. Oh no, that was a bunch of turrets. There is Gravitic Drive though. We're going to see it getting taken out. 3 Zealots do manage to escape and go ahead and get at least one SCV kill. There we go, but they're not going to be able to handle those other units. We can see that Cloud will happily just kill off those Zealots, as WhiteRa does choose to expand. Once again, this DT is ready to push forward and deal damage, but right now Cloud is trying to macro up. WhiteRa is now maxed out. He's getting a mothership somewhere. Where is he getting the mothership? Yes, in the middle of the map, so it is as close to everything as possible. He's going to have a mothership with this army, and I hope my computer can handle that. We have 7 Colossus. How many Vikings are in the field? We've got 9 Vikings only. Oh, that's going to be bad. The fact that Colossi almost outnumber or almost equal the number of the of those Vikings is bad news bears for Cloud. That will not go so well. But now we're going to have a few units pushing forward, stimming, doing so much damage to the shields of this Nexus. It is more resilient than normal though, because it has the shield upgrades. But will WhiteRa is actually not going to cancel. Going to try and save it. We can see that the Dark Templar is going to get hit, but it will manage to die. Almost gets saved though. WhiteRa, will he cancel the Nexus to try and keep it alive? He's got more DTs moving in. He's trying to keep this as alive as he possibly can. The DTs will manage to save it, and WhiteRa cancels it as he saves it. I guess he just want to keep those units there because we see these units pushing forward. We're going to try and be aggressive, take that out. We see him pushing in. There's a scan. The DT does go down, and no base here anymore. So WhiteRa very smart in canceling that, just using it as cannon fodder. Colossus. Oh, I want a Colossus drop. WhiteRa, Colossus dropped. You already have 8 Colossi, and your mothership's about to pop out. Oh, I want to see a Colossus drop. Base is now being taken by, or attempted to be taken by Cloud, because there is a Dark Templar that's just sitting under it. Going to be able to force a scan in that respect. And there we have those units pushing forward. There is a scan. This Dark Templar will die, and now Cloud can take that base. Playing very well. WhiteRa is now 180 food. Where? What? Wait, how did he go down? Did he kill his own units? I didn't see him attacking on the minimap. Did he just walk in down here or something? I don't think so. I think he just killed his own units. Alrighty then. Now we have the mothership out though, and oh, this is going to be so cool. WhiteRa with a mothership. This is going to be deadly for Cloud. This is a really cool game too. We're a half hour into this. WhiteRa is not taking this base. It gets completely scouted by that Marine. We have a lot of photon cannons being made, and death to that Marine, meeting an overwhelming toss force. And now we're going to see that Cloud's going to push in. I really hope my computer can handle the next battle, because this is going to be epic. There's the mothership getting hit by all. That mothership's going to die so quickly. Never mind. That's really anticlimactic. But now we're going to see pushing in. We've got all those units going forward. All of the Colossi are here. We hear EMPs going off as they're getting hit. A lot of Colossi don't have any shields or anything quite yet. We're seeing all these units pushing forward, dealing damage. Psystorms going down on the Vikings. More Psystorms going down. And WhiteRa is still keeping those Colossi alive. More Storm. We have a few cloaked ghosts there. This Colossus, one Colossus is still alive. And that's actually going to be enough to really help push back these units, and Cloud can no longer push. WhiteRa has got a lot of gas. Oh, he can just warp in so many Archons, just get High Templar after High Templar after High Templar, and just get so many Archons. He's got a lead in the worker count, which is definitely solid. We've got DT and 3 Zealots into this War Prism. I'm going to be able to push in. And oh wait, no, they're all Dark Templars. They're just the 2 different kinds. I thought that was only one of these with Zealots. They're actually just the non-scythe or the sword Dark Templar. We see these guys pushing in. Is he going to go after tech or something? Because there's no more SCVs down here. We see Cloud here with a small army in the front. DT will go ahead and see those. Now we're going to see them dropping in, and we're going to see them doing a lot of damage, but there's still scans out, but they're 4 DTs. This army will not be able to take down, though, with the Vikings landing. Just they might will. The scan lasts. Another scan gets spent. The DTs do a little bit of damage. Not too much, but still scans are forced. WhiteRa is actually still holding this watchtower. With this DT, it's only on stop. It's not a hold position, so we could actually easily get aggroed over here if any of those units pushed forward to the top. WhiteRa is still high in both, actually he's high in both minerals and gas. He could warp in anything he wants to right now, easily produce more. He's actually going to go for the double Colossus right now. This base is not up. DT is there ready to defend. Now we see him pushing in a whole lot of Archons. That is going to be a lot of tanking. There are our ghosts here. They do not have enough for an EMP though. In fact, they died. So now we see a Psystorm over these units, and that's a perfect Psystorm hitting all of those Terran units. They're so low on health. This PF is going to be falling once again. Feedback on a medevac. These guys have no energy whatsoever, and we see this unit's going to push forward, do a little bit of damage. There we go. There is some death being hit to those units, but still, the fact that WhiteRa's going to push forward, Cloud's now down 40 food. We're actually back to a low economy game too. Look at how little the income is. Right now, Cloud just has this one base. WhiteRa has 1 base mining, 2 base mining, 3 base mining, and it's looking solid for WhiteRa. We'll be able to push forward. EMP is going down on the Archons. We're going to see them retreat, maybe. It looks like no, we're going to try and deal damage. We did a splash, and there we go. That's what they're waiting for. All of this reinforcement, Zealot. Oh god, and this is such a good low economy army from WhiteRa, and he can just easily wrap around all these units and just deal so much damage. This Templar almost is enough for another storm. It has a storm. There we go. It has a storm. If Cloud pushes forward, WhiteRa can storm. He's got even more Zealots, more Templar and Zealots and everything down here. 2 Colossi getting caught completely off guard. They're going to push forward, get some nice splash damage shots down there. We see a full, she's complete surround now by WhiteRa, except the fact that the Zealot was Zealot's going to continue pushing forward, and I'm losing my words, but we're so close to the end of the game. A lot of stuff is happening as the guys are pushing forward, dealing damage, and this is going to be really bad for Cloud. He's getting a lot of mules down there, but there's almost no gas. There's no gas income from that top base. He does still have a little bit, but WhiteRa's getting mining almost 1,000 gas a minute with equal mineral income, except for, nope, never mind, now the mules kicked in. So WhiteRa's behind in mineral income, but he's ahead in just everything else. You can get so many Templars, so many Archons, so many Zealots. It's going to be so hard for Cloud to deal. Cloud's a microwing to his heart's content, but look at this. WhiteRa's getting another base. He's looking so solid. So many units are on the field, and we've got everything happening at once. So much damage happening. All of these Marines are pushing forward. We've got the Marauders very low health, the Medevac's low energy. WhiteRa's now almost double Cloud's food. He's waiting to do that nice push. We've got a few Stalkers being very pesky in the top, getting some nice SCV kills, targeting them down. Mule's going to fall. It's not exactly a new mule, but any mule loss is unfortunate for a Terran. We see that WhiteRa's going to try and target down some more of those guys, but those Marauders are definitely hit hard. Oh, the Templar! No, the Templar, but they do get a nice storm. And look at the health of those units. Will WhiteRa... He's got one more storm with this top Templar, and that's it. It might get sniped. It's getting hit. Oh, well, it's alive, and it gets its storm off. It's going to actually almost kill those 2 Marauders. One with 2 health, and it doesn't end up dying. And now you have reinforcing medevacs to help them out. But WhiteRa is controlling these bases, and we're looking at Cloud in a very rough spot, trying to do as much as he can. But you have more Colossi coming in now, and this is so rough to deal with. We can see WhiteRa's approaching max. He's officially... never mind, not anymore. But still, Cloud has got a nice scrappy unit composition. I'm surprised he's not dropping, trying to do something. Instead, he just calls it GG. He is behind, so there's no fault there. But that was a very cool best of 5. WhiteRa wins it to 3-2 in a 38-minute long game number 5. Very nicely played. WhiteRa just incredibly aware. Very good knowledge of the entire series of what he needs to do, and he does end up winning a pretty epic game. Cloud going for command center first, WhiteRa skipping the cybernetics core to get down his faster nexus, moving into a 6-minute third. Cloud's really late 4 gases while he gets up 4 racks to then push in with a ton of Marines. WhiteRa getting almost in a hugely rough position with those first sentries, misplacing that one force field, and then barely getting down that second force field in time in order to actually be able to defend that little push with those Stalkers, because if those Marines had gotten up that ramp, it would have been horrible for WhiteRa, and he barely got that force field off in time. Essentially died instantaneously after that was cast. There was a lot of rough moments for both players. WhiteRa was down 50 food at one point. It was definitely a great game to end the series on, and it's just a big congratulations to WhiteRa for being able to play that well in the face of a very strong player in Cloud. It's definitely very well done by both players. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm just going to say more casts will be coming, but that was a very long and very good best of 5. Thank you.